All right, so let's talk about AI, but we're going way beyond just, helping you draft a better email. Today, we are diving into how artificial intelligence is quietly becoming this incredibly powerful partner in personal development, in our growth, and maybe even in our own self-discovery.
And that leads to this pretty big question, right? We all use AI to write emails and summarize meetings, but could it actually rewrite our lives? We've gotten so used to it as just a productivity tool, but what if its real, game-changing potential is actually helping us understand ourselves? That's what we're going to unpack.
So here's the game plan. We're going to start with the practical stuff, the everyday assistant. Then we'll get a little deeper and ask, is AI the ultimate mirror? From there, we'll take a sharp turn and look at the junk, the rise of AI slop. After that, we'll look to the future with a wild concept called Humanity 2.0, and we'll wrap it all up by weighing the good and the bad in our double-edged future.
Okay, let's dive right in with where most of us already are. Look, AI isn't some far-off sci-fi concept anymore. It's a tool that's right here, right now, ready to make our daily lives a whole lot easier.
And the uses are just piling up like crazy. You can snap a picture of some weird plant in your yard to figure out what it is. You can generate a whole week's meal plan, and, you're not going to believe this, you can even get help with home repairs. I mean, one user literally took a picture of their leaking toilet, and the AI told him exactly which lever to pull to fix it. It's becoming the ultimate life hack machine.
And it's not just about fixing toilets. It can be an absolute lifesaver for your wallet. Take this for example. One user got slapped with a surprise $150 medical bill. They fed the details to ChatGPT, which translated all that dense insurance gobbledygook, helped them write a clear argument, and boom, the charge got dropped. That's real money back in your pocket.
So here's the key takeaway. AI can act as your personal interpreter for all things complicated. You can upload some ridiculously long 88-page manual for a new gadget, describe your problem in plain English, and get simple, step-by-step instructions. No more hunting through diagrams or trying to figure out what the heck they're talking about.
Okay, so AI is awesome for simple tasks. We get it. But this is where the conversation gets so much deeper. This is where AI goes from being just a tool to a potential catalyst for self-reflection. And it all hinges on this one quote. AI is not gospel truth. It's a mirror.
And this is where you can get really creative. Instead of just asking for generic advice, imagine this. You prompt an AI to create a virtual board of directors made up of your heroes. Thinkers, leaders, anyone who inspires you. You lay out your problem, and the AI spits back advice from each of their unique perspectives. It's like getting a personal coaching session from your role models in seconds.
So how does that stack up against a real human coach? Well, the AI is there for you 24/7, and it costs basically nothing. It's a totally judgment-free zone. But, and this is a big but, it's missing that one critical ingredient, accountability. We just don't feel that same pressure to follow through for a machine as we do for a person we respect and, are paying.
And this brings us to what might be the single most important rule here. When AI gives you advice, you have to treat it as useful, not true. Think of it as a hypothesis, a suggestion, just a different angle to look at things. It is not a diagnosis or a command. You still have to do the hard work of filtering it through your own life and your own experience. And the potential here is just profound. Ali Abdaal shared a story about how he fed his entire chat history, years and years of his conversations and thoughts, into ChatGPT and just asked it to find his hidden narrative. And the response? It was so insightful, so piercingly accurate about his deepest fears and motivations that it actually moved him to tears. Now that is AI as a mirror in its most powerful form. But for every powerful, moving insight, there is a dark reflection. As AI gets easier and easier to use, it's also fueling this tidal wave of low-quality, generic, and just soulless content that preys on our desire for a quick fix. So welcome to the world of AI slop. I mean, just listen to this. This is from a real AI-generated script for a self-help video. It's advising men to get in touch with their inner alpha gorilla. It's not just bad advice, it's completely absurd. This is content that's just designed to get clicks, not to generate any genuine insight.
So let's really break down the difference here. With authentic growth, the goal is always looking inward, right? Introspection. The method requires your own critical thinking, and the outcome is real personal change. AI slop completely flips that. The only goal is getting views. The method is just recycled advice. And the outcome? Well, it's a quick motivational high that vanishes in minutes, leaving nothing behind. The good news is you can spot this stuff a mile away once you know the signs. The advice is always super vague, like be more confident or be charismatic, with zero actionable steps. There's this weird obsession with animal analogies, a laser focus on becoming a so-called high-value man, and it's always set to some generic montage of anime clips or scenes from The Dark Knight.
So after wading through all that slop, let's look forward. Beyond all the noise, there's this serious framework emerging for how technology can become a true partner in our growth. They're calling it Humanity 2.0.
And the core idea here is a massive shift. It's about personal development, moving out of this world of vague feelings and into something you can actually measure, something that's personalized and something that's continuous. Technology stops being a distraction and starts being the catalyst. Pillar number 1 is the evolution of the quantified self. And forget just counting your steps. We are talking about wearable devices that can track your heart rate variability to actually measure your stress resilience, or even portable EEG headbands to monitor your mental focus in real time. It's about getting hard data on what's going on inside.
Then you've got Pillar 2, hyper-personalized learning. Those one-size-fits-all online courses, they're going to become a thing of the past. Instead, an AI will figure out your specific knowledge gaps and create a dynamic learning path just for you, adapting as you go. If you're stuck on a concept, maybe it switches from text to an interactive video. It's all about you.
And this third pillar might just be the biggest game changer of all, the virtual proving ground. Terrified of public speaking? You'll practice in a VR simulator with a virtual crowd that gets bigger as you get better. Need to have a tough conversation with your boss? You can role-play it with an AI avatar first. It's about building real skills in a totally safe, zero-consequence environment.
Now, this all sounds pretty incredible, right? But this path we're on, it is absolutely a double-edged sword. For all of its amazing promise, we have to navigate some really serious risks and ethical landmines as we weave these tools into the fabric of our lives.
I mean, the promise is just staggering. We are talking about the real possibility of artificial general intelligence, AGI, an AI that could reason at a level far beyond any human. We're seeing the rise of brain-computer interfaces, which could completely change how we interact with, well, everything. And then you have quantum computing and humanoid robots on the horizon, promising to reshape our world in ways we can barely even imagine.
But for every single one of those promises, there is a peril. We have the data privacy paradox. To get the best help, we have to give up our most intimate data. Then there's the authenticity question. If an algorithm is always guiding you, where does the AI end and the real you begin? There's a huge risk of an inequality divide, separating those who can afford these tools from those who can't. And of course, the constant question of job displacement. These are the conversations we have to be having.
Which brings us right back to where we started. AI can be a tool. It can be a coach. It can be a source of mindless garbage, or it can be a mirror that reflects our deepest selves. It has the potential to amplify our greatest strengths and our most dangerous flaws. The technology, it's just the mirror. The reflection is up to us. So the question is, what will we choose to see?